This is the bus terminal here in La Ceja. Very nice. It's only been like around here for 2 years. I think they inaugurated it 3 years ago. Anyhow, so I'm going to talk about India. This is just the background of the video. 4K if you like it anyway, for your 4K screens. Special K, Kellogg's, gives you more vitamin K on your YouTube day. So talking about India, Bharat, I'm going to talk about it again because I've enjoyed going there, but it's been mixed bag of feelings, a bag of mixed feelings, because also I got scammed there, pissed off, harassed, but also very nice people treated me so nicely. I gotta say, some of the kindest people, I think the kindest, the nicest people I've ever met in the world. And I've only traveled to 8 countries anyhow, but then, you know, India, Bharat is 1.4 billion people. The United States is 330 something million people. Been to the UK for a half a day, London. I was in Madrid, Spain for 3 days. So whatever the population number is there, I was in Mexico for 6 months. It's like 125 million people. So I've gotten a pretty good taste, about a third of the world population, with all those countries summed up, Colombia included, and Qatar, Nepal as well. This is La Ceja, La Ceja, La Ceja. So very nice people here, very nice folk. And just left the bus terminal right over there. Came from Rio Negro. This is an hour away from Medellin approximately, just like Rio Negro, just about. Oh, look at that. So you can buy something cool for your girlfriend or your boyfriend. Christmas stuff already in the month of October. Christmas, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Oh yeah. So anyway, a lot of nice people treated me so nicely when I was in India. Treated me to food, invited me to their home a few times, treated me like a god. Like they have a saying in India, treat your guests like God, as if they were God. Of course, it's nice, but also the headaches. So I'm talking about both things. Very nice people, very kind, very curious people. They do ask you a lot of questions. Hi, how are you? Thanks, I'm good. Gracias. So he was asking me if I wanted to buy grapes, but nah, I'm not a grape person. This is the marketplace, Plaza Antioquia. They made the new one. I hadn't seen this. That's the new part right over there. This is the old part, and that's the new part. So let's walk through it while I'm talking about India. You know, that little bar right here, listening to Vallenatos. So let's walk on the side where that's new. So like some similar you see in India on the streets somewhere in the towns or cities of the marketplaces, and with all the bananas and plátanos, plantains and whatever. Hey. So yeah, you have to be prepared for India. You have to have a strong stomach for India. Really have to have a strong stomach. Very patient, very tolerant, because in some places they've never seen a white person before, and they will come on to you, ask you for photos. They'll be asking you questions we consider very intrusive or very personal, but for them it's normal, part of their culture, their cultures, because India is like a bunch of cultures patchwork together. It's not a country like a one state nation. It's a bunch of let's say it's a civilization state or civilization nation, as I heard previously in some video I was watching about some Indian dude talking about how Bharat, India, is not just a state nation, but it's a civilization state or nation, whatever they want to call it, but a civilization, a bunch of cultures together with different languages and different practices. So yeah, you do run the risk, heavy risk, big risk of getting scammed in the big cities like Delhi or Mumbai or whatever. Oh, they're still working on it. That plaza, that marketplace, Mercado La Ceja, they're still working on it. It's not, hasn't been inaugurated yet. So it's going to have a cafeteria, shops and everything in there, fruits and vegetables. I didn't run through the other one on the inside, but anyhow, because sometimes people don't like they got security, they don't want to be filmed inside, so you want to avoid that sometimes. So yeah, India. And then people will try to scam you. They will, a lot of people in those touristy places, touristy hot spots, will try to scam you. I got scammed in Vrindavan for a illegal guest house that I stayed at after I negotiated the price and with the use of the kitchen so I could cook for myself and not get sick anymore with all the heavily condimented food and hot spices as well. And then after I paid them, the next day they told me, the lady, the wife of the man that runs the place, said, no, you can't cook in here. I'm like, what do you mean I can't cook? I paid. That was the negotiation with your husband. No, you can't. So I got scammed because the money was already given. And then the man knew that his wife told me I couldn't cook in there, and still he went and played along with it. I got scammed, and it was an illegal place. My word against theirs in terms of the money I had given them. $230 for the month in Vrindavan, India. Never go to Vrindavan. I will never go back. That's it, Jack. You can try to censor me all you want to, and I already spoke about that censorship topic, and it ain't gonna work on me. I'll probably let this video go into 2 parts because the topic of India is not 8 minutes is not enough, so 2 parts. This is probably part 2 already because I can't see well if we're past the 8-minute marker. Anyhow, great people. I love the food, but you have to know where to eat. These are tips and stuff about India, Bharat. You have to know where to eat because you can easily get sick because we're not used to the some of the food that is like too spicy, too heavily condimented, or just contaminated, because hygiene is it's a problem in India. It's even a problem here in Colombia in some places where you got to be careful with the hygiene. Even I got sick. I remember back in 2002 or 2003, I was traveling with 4 friends in the Eje Cafetero, the coffee zone of Colombia here, Pereira, Manizales, Armenia. And I remember one of the girls and I got sick. We fell ill to a virus. We had eaten at this restaurant, but it seems only her food and my food was contaminated with some kind of bacteria or virus because of hygiene at that little restaurant, roadside restaurant that we stopped to eat at. The other 3 friends didn't get sick because they ate something else, but she and I don't remember what the hell it was we ordered that was the same, and we got sick with heavy deli belly in Colombia. It was Colombian cholera, the times of cholera, and I was puking and diarrhea straight through. I lost, like, I kid you not, a good 10 pounds that day in a few hours. They had to take me to a hospital. They took me to one ER, and that ER, that little clinic, was so bad that they said, sorry, we can't take care of you here. We don't accept your insurance. I had my health insurance policy. So, and I was really out of it. I was really like just dizzy. I fainted and everything. I passed out. And they took me to downtown Pereira to a general hospital there that was a very good hospital. And then there I was seen too. So anyway, Colombia, you can get sick here too. Going back to India, ew, nasty. What the hell is that? It's kind of like the stuff you see in India, but in India you see it a lot more. Like a bunch of crazy stuff all over the place and a lot of spit on the wall because they chew betel leaf, like that betel nut, and chewing tobacco, whatever the hell it is, I forgot. And those guys are nasty. Their mouth is, their teeth, they look all reddish, like a reddish brown color, and they spit on the walls. I kid you not. You've seen the videos that other YouTubers show. The walls are heavily dotted, heavily painted with spit, and on the floor too some places. That's one of the drawbacks of India. I love the Himalayan range, mountain range, the views of the valleys there, like Parvati Valley when I was there, or in Uttarakhand, up in the little village called Jakoli, and I was seeing the Bhagirati River, and I was in that little village. And then another one, very nice people, treated me so nicely. There's so many people just welcomed me, not everybody, but so many people. It was cool. it was nice traveling through India, but there were some times that people would just harass the hell out of you, really. And that's one thing that bugs the hell out of us, that people just come up and they're just touching you, grabbing your arm, give me money, just because they think everybody that's white is rich. Because we got there, and I understand, because there's so much heavy poverty in some areas all over the country. Some people try to say, no, that's a lie, that we're liars. It's not a lie. I lived there for 8 months of my life. I traveled a lot in the north, and I got as far south as Mumbai on the west coast, and I got as far as south as Bhubaneswar and Jagannath Puri in the state of Orissa or Odisha on the east coast, on the Bay of Bengal, right there, the ocean. And I saw a lot of poverty in all the places I traveled to. Some places were really dire. Some places that I saw, really, people really impoverished. And there were some nice areas too, some very posh areas, some very luxurious areas in Delhi or in Mumbai that I saw around the Colaba area, Colaba and whatever, and forgot the other places where I stayed that looked very nice. And I remember one area where they have the Bollywood people living and everything, and I walked around that area, Mumbai, and it was very nice, very posh, very nice vehicles, very nice apartment building, gated communities. Where's the park? I'm trying to look for the park. I forgot where the park is here, but anyhow, I think it's right up somewhere. And it's just, you have to be prepared. India will be very overwhelming to the senses. You'll be overwhelmed